Good morning. Welcome to this video, a past paper question about sequences. We're going to solve it together. I'm Mr. John from explainingmaths.com. Make sure to check my website to find all my other free resources. What does it say? The first three terms of a geometric sequence are a plus 14, and 9a. Find the value of a. Now, it appears that that's not a lot of information, but actually it is. First of all, geometric sequence. And we have as a first term a, then we have a plus 14, just put some brackets there, and the third term is 9a. And we can find the value of a somehow. Finding means calculating. Well, what do I know about geometric sequences? Well, for instance, if I just write down another example, if I have, 4, 12, 36, was that 108? It's a geometric sequence where you have a common ratio. Every time it is multiplied by the same number, times 3 in this particular case. That's what makes a geometric sequence. Now, how can I find r? How can I find that common ratio? Well, times 3, perhaps obvious now, but you can find it by saying, well, 12 divided by 4, for instance. So a term 12 divided by the term before it, 4, equals 3. But I could also have taken two other terms. For instance, 36 divided by 12 is also 3. So if I take a term and divide it by previous term, I can find r. So I could also do, for instance, u7, so the seventh term, and if I divide that by the sixth term, I should get r, the common ratio. So I guess I have to do the same here because that's my only option. So a plus 14, which is the second term, divided by a, which is the first term, that's going to give me r. So that has to be equal to 9a over a plus 14. So I've created this equation where I say, well, a plus 14 over a, that has to be equal as 9a over a plus 14, because both of them will give you the r. So this is one equation with one unknown, so we can solve it. Fraction equal fraction, you could cross multiply it, for instance. So we're going to get 9a squared equals a plus 14, a plus 14. And if we expand those brackets, we're going to get a squared, 14a plus 14, so plus 28a, 14 squared, 196. Well, that's a quadratic equation. So to solve it, we will rearrange it and equal it to 0. So let's just equal 0. I like to keep my term in a squared positive, so I'm going to say 8a squared minus 28a minus 196 equals 0. You can plug it in your calculator. You're going to get a equals 7, or a equals minus, I should say, 3.5. Now, the only problem I have with this question is it says find the value of a, and I'm pretty sure it should have said find the values of a, considering we have 2. Because if I check that, for instance, for 7, 7 plus 21, 7 plus 14, 21, 963. So that is an r of 3, so that one will work, that's good. What about minus 3.5? So the first term would be minus 3.5. Term 2 would be 10.5, and term 3, what is that? 27. Oh, it's a bit late, so I'm going to plug it in my calculator now. I do apologize. Of course I should know this, but it is quite late now. 31.5, so minus 31.5. So that one also works. Okay, so actually both of the solutions will work. So they should have said values of a. However, I still hope this was useful. A past paper question about sequences. Check my website explainingmaths.com for all the other free resources. Hope to see you there. Bye bye.